Let's get real for a second. You've got two cars sitting in front of you, the 2025 Corvette ZR1 and the 2025 Toyota Supra. Both are iconic, both have massive fan bases, but which one's really worth it? Thankfully, we'll be diving real deep into this topic today, so stick around to get your answer. Let's get right into it. All right, let's start with the obvious: performance. Both of these cars can move, but in very different ways. The Corvette ZR1, it's like walking into a party and everyone stops to look. This thing is loud, aggressive, and unapologetically there. With an insane 1,064 horsepower from a flat plane crank V8, it's built for one thing: speed. You'll go from 0 to oh my god in under 3 seconds. But here's the kicker: it can be exhausting. Every time you hit the gas, it feels like you're taming a wild beast. Fun, sure, but are you ready for that kind of commitment? The Supra, though? It's more like that cool, chill friend who's always up for a good time but doesn't need to hog the spotlight. It's got 382 horsepower from a turbocharged inline-6, which doesn't sound like much compared to the ZR1, but honestly, it's enough. The Supra isn't about smashing the gas pedal and hanging on for dear life. It's about enjoying the ride, feeling connected to the road, and taking corners with a grin on your face. It's playful, fun, and you don't need to wrangle it like you do the Corvette. For this category, however, I have to say the ZR1 rarely has a rival, so definitely it takes the win. Looks. Now let's talk about looks, because let's be honest, part of owning a sports car is making people a look. The Corvette ZR1 looks like it came straight out of a sci-fi movie. It's got vents, wings, and angles everywhere. It's really bold. And yeah, some might say it's over the top. There are even some folks out there saying it looks ugly. Harsh, I know, but it's true. We even made a full video covering why they said these things, and believe me, you'd never guess. If you want, link of the video will be in the description, so check that out as well. Truly though, not everyone loves the extreme design, and the ZR1 definitely doesn't care about being subtle. The Supra is different in this aspect, I have to say. It's smooth, curvy, and has just enough aggression to remind you it's not your everyday commuter. It's sporty without screaming about it. It's the kind of car where people do a double take, not because it's loud, but because it's just plain cool. You know that feeling when you see someone wearing something effortlessly stylish? That's the Supra. Prefer something that looks sleek and sporty without needing to yell for attention? Supra's your match. This is something a lot of people will argue about, but I personally think the Supra runs away with it here, and I'm a ZR1 fan. Inside the cabin. So the outside's cool, but what about when you're the one behind the wheel? The ZR1 is laser focused on one thing: performance. So yeah, the seats are tight, the ride is somewhat stiff, and the road noise, you'll hear plenty of it. It's like the car is constantly reminding you, hey, we're going fast. Don't get too comfortable. It's not uncomfortable per se, but let's just say long road trips aren't its strong suit. But if we're talking design, you're getting some real cool stuff here. As compared to the last ZR1, the present one has seen some cool addition of colors, infotainments, and driver-focused amenities. You only just have to get in to see just how cool it is. The Supra, though, finds a balance. It's still a sports car, so it's not going to feel like a luxury sedan, but it doesn't beat you up the way the ZR1 can. The seats are cozy, and the ride is smooth enough that you won't feel like you've been doing squats after a drive. Plus, it's got all the tech and convenience you'd want for a daily driver, from a slick infotainment system to decent storage for your weekend trips. So which car wins here? Well, both cars have what it takes, no doubt, but the ZR1 wins here as the Supra lacks a comprehensive revamp when compared to it. The price tag. All right, we gotta talk money, because as much as we all dream of owning the fastest, coolest car, budgets are a thing. The Corvette ZR1, according to word going around, will set you back about $150,000. That's supercar territory, and for good reason. You're getting one of the fastest cars on the planet for that price, and personally, I don't even think that's what this car will actually cost. I think it'll be way more than that. I got really deep into it in this video on the screen now, so go ahead and check that if you're curious. But let's be real, $150,000 is no small change. And it's not just the purchase price. Maintaining a beast like this isn't going to be cheap. Insurance, maintenance, gas, yeah, it adds up fast. The Supra, though, is sitting pretty at around $55,000. Honestly, that's a much more approachable number, especially for what you're getting. And because it's not a crazy powerful supercar, you won't be draining your bank account on things like gas and maintenance. It's fast, fun, and doesn't come with the financial headache the ZR1 might bring. The ZR1's worth it, no doubt, but if you want an amazing sports car without mortgaging your house, the Supra's really your go-to. Overall vibes. Now let's wrap this up with the most important question. What's it like living with these cars day in and day out? The ZR1 is a commitment. You don't buy this car if you're looking for something easy. It's fast, it's flashy, and it's fun, but it's also a handful. Every time you get in, you're reminded that this car is built to go fast, and it wants you to keep up. It's the kind of car you take out for special drives, not to run errands or sit in traffic. The Supra, though, can be both your fun weekend toy and your daily driver. It's not as fast or extreme as the ZR1, but it's also not as intense. You can take it to work, take it to the grocery store, and still feel like you're driving something special without feeling like the car is driving you. So which one should you choose? Well, I placed this in last place because really this segment needs a lot of thought. Before now, if you were considering the ZR1, then it's one of two things. You either have a lot of money and love collecting Corvettes, or you love supercars and don't care much for anything else but performance. Well, if that's the case, then right now you don't have any problem, just go with the ZR1. But if you're a Corvette fan on the other hand, and yet despise the ZR1's design and really could want to give up on it because of that, and so you're looking for the perfect replacement, then go with the Supra, and you'll not regret it. But for the purpose of this video, I'm going to share which car I think is best overall and what I would have chosen. Well, some of you already know I'm a core Corvette fan, and really that doesn't change. Being a fan aside though, I think the ZR1 has got something special it's bringing here, and you just have to go past the issues you have with the design to see it. That's my take. Let me know what you've chosen in the comments below. Whatever you choose, one thing's for sure. Both of these cars are legendary for a reason. Here's what I mean on the ZR1 side of things.